Have you ever heard the term face your fear and act anyway? It sounds really motivating, doesn't it? And it's probably worked for you over and over and over again, hasn't it? Well, I am going to be talking about why facing your fear and acting anyway doesn't always work and what you need to do first in order to really overcome your fear in the moment and take inspired, aligned action for your business. You see, when you're always facing your fear and taking action anyway, you're often taking that action out of a willful place, a willed, mind skilled place, right? And that's why it's motivational because it's requiring you to use your mind power to overcome your fear in that moment. But if you're always just using your will to overcome your fear and get unstuck from that paralyzed moment of holding yourself back and minimizing and playing small in the face of your fear, then the action that you're actually taking may not really be aligned with the vibration that you actually want to be broadcasting through the action that you're taking and the results that you want to be showing up for yourself and for your business. It might water down your message. It might actually come with an energy that sounds and feels to your audience or to your clients or to whoever is the recipient, might feel a little bit forced, right? It might not feel really authentic. It just somehow loses this certain charge, like a real positive high vibe charge, because again, you've willed yourself into taking this action. And when you do that, it actually requires you to dig for this forced energy that in the end leaves you feeling a little depleted and at very least just not feeling quite satisfied. So then what do? You go back and you check your work and you second guess it and you feel like, God, that could have been so much better. And then now you're spiraling down another rabbit hole. So you can see how this cycle can be pretty detrimental. So, what we need to do first when you're facing your fear is not just act anyway, but really identify what's going on when you're in that place of fear in the first place. Because usually, when you're feeling fear, you have these negative emotions that come up. This is as a result of what you're believing about yourself in that moment, but not just from a belief, but really the identity that you are being, who you are being in that moment for yourself. And who you're being in that moment is in your lower self. Okay, we have our lower self and we have our higher self. Lower self is where our lower vibration, lower energies, and negative emotions exist. This is where our self-sabotaging, self-minimizing behaviors and patterns are rooted in. And in our higher self, this is our positive, higher vibration where we're aligned and we're loving ourselves and we're feeling really good. This is who you really naturally are, is actually pure, positive, unlimited, abundant energy. So when you're aligned with who you really are, then you're taking this aligned, inspired action. And what shows up as a result of that is because of the vibration that you're broadcasting through that alignment, then that's what yields the results that you really want. That's when you are hitting your message just right. When you are touching the people that you're meant to be touching. When you are really showing up to serve, just to serve and not being attached to what's going to, come back to you, right? You are showing up and just doing your thing through love and alignment and allowing that vibration to be matched by the universe and then manifested for you, right? So, what's happening when you are disconnected? Often, this disconnection is triggered when you are feeling alone. It's when you're feeling alone. And this can get triggered very often for entrepreneurs because if you've been at this a while, you know that this actually can be a pretty lonely path to take sometimes. That's why we have groups that we belong to and networks, because we need to be part of a tribe, right? We need to be a part of a network of people that get us and we get them. Because unless you have a family filled with entrepreneurs and business owners, especially heart-centered, soul-serviced entrepreneurs, it can feel a little lonely because sometimes people don't really get what it really takes, right? Your partner may be saying, well, I just don't even understand why it's so hard. It seems like all you have to do is just do that, And we've all been there, right? Sometimes it's not so easy because there's all of these fears that come up when you're looking at putting yourself out there and really being vulnerable. And so back to this feeling of being lonely, feeling alone. This is likely rooting in, your past. It's this feeling of loneliness triggers these behaviors because it's how you coped with not getting some of your needs met in your life. Maybe you felt alone or you felt misunderstood at times by your parents or your family, your close environment, whoever was in that experience with you. So when you're feeling alone, it can kind of trip you into these behaviors and thought patterns that are what you relied upon for so many years to actually cope and get through that moment. And those coping mechanisms are not where you want to be growing and building your business out of, are they? Right? You want to be building and growing your business out of this inspired, empowered place. Because if you are in a business where you're in service of others, then you definitely want to be serving through your higher self, through that aligned action and energy. So it's important to really identify, why am I feeling fear right now? What is causing me to feel disconnected from who I am right now? And then think about seeing yourself through the lens of unconditional love. Unconditional love. If I were to love myself unconditionally right now in this moment and accept myself fully for who I am, what action would I take? What action would I take? This is an intention, right? This is setting a very, very clear intention by saying, who would I be right now if I were to take an action from a place of unconditionally loving myself? So my invitation to you is to look your fear in the face and love yourself anyway. Look your fear in the face and love yourself anyway. And then take action from that place. Get reconnected with who you are. Get reconnected with your vision. Get reconnected with your intention. And then take an action aligned from that place. I'm Star Hayward. I'm an Ascending Heart Business Coach, and I help empower women entrepreneurs to become fulfilled feminine leaders in their business through self-love mastery and heart-centered business strategy. If you would like to learn more about what it looks like to become a feminine leader and fulfilled with freedom and ease in your business, then please feel free to reach out and connect with me. Let's have a chat. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Ciao for now.